Hello and welcome to Good From Scratch. So today I just want to take you through the simple process of brining. So what is brining? Brining is to take a piece of meat, whether it be chicken, pork or even fish, and to soak it in a salt solution. So to make up that salt solution, I've got enough here to brine a chicken easily, if not two. So I've got 3 litres of cold water that I'm just pouring into this pot. So 3 litres, you need to add 300 grams of salt. So that equals a 10% salt solution. So if you have 10 litres, then it's a kilo of salt. If you're just doing a tiny little chicken, you might only need a litre of water. So you're just adding 100 grams of salt. So 10% salt solution. And the salt that I'm adding in here is uniodized fine salt. You could just use sea salt if you want, but it just needs to be uniodized because the iodine tends to turn the pickle or the brine a little bit bitter. So pour that in, cold water's in there. I'm also going to add to this, just to spunk it up a little bit, some fresh citrus. So this is now going to be called a citrus brine. Add that in, and then I'm just going to take a whisk, and I'm just going to slowly whisk that salt until it's fully dissolved into that water. Doesn't take long. Once you can't really see any of the salt anymore, that's exactly what you're after. The salt's now fully dissolved and the salt has become part of the water. You now take your chicken. So this is a size 14 chicken, so it's quite sizable. Take that, drop that in, just make sure that it's fully covered inside this salty brine, and I'm going to leave that in the fridge overnight. So you're looking for a chicken that's about size 14, size 16, you're looking for about 12 hours. And what's going to happen to that chicken while it's sitting in the fridge in the brine is the brine's going to get into the flesh of that chicken and the structure of that chicken and just shake the meat up. Shake it up and create little kind of pockets of air. And within those pockets of air, the brine will then fill it. And so what you're doing is you're doing 2 things to the chicken. You're tenderizing it and you're also saturating it in that salty citrus brine. And so when you go to pull the chicken out after 12 hours and go to cook it, not only do you have a delicious, succulent, moist, tender chicken, it's also going to be full of juice. So that's the essence of brining.